I just want to let you know I really feel honored to have been invited today to speak with you as part of the 50th year anniversary celebration for Piedmont Tech. As Dr. Brooks said, I am a graduate of Piedmont Technical College. It doesn't feel that long, a long time ago, but I graduated in 1994. That's more than 20 years ago. I have an associate's degree in nursing, okay? And I am married to Carol, and who basically followed me to Piedmont Tech 20 years ago. She was so impressed with the quality of my education that she applied and now is a full-time staff member for Piedmont Tech. We have two kids, Asia Marie, who is a freshman at Clemson University. She is majoring in biochemistry and genetics. And I have a son, Tim, who is 13 years old, a student at Westview Middle School. Okay, my breath of fresh air. If you know Tim, you know what I'm saying. Last week I was invited to speak at a research conference in Greenville to share one of my published research. And it's basically an annual event that's attended by authors, clinicians, researchers, and scientists all over the state of South Carolina. Mostly from MUSC, Clemson University, USC, and other big-time colleges here. As I was being introduced, I can't help but smile when the host introduced me as a graduate of Piedmont Technical College in Greenwood, South Carolina. Because I was thinking, who would ever think that a student from a two-year college would be now speaking in front of all these accomplished individuals sharing my research? Getting to where I am now hasn't exactly been a straight line. It's actually a path of frequent twists and turns. How I found Piedmont Tech actually is rather unique, but it's not really surprising for people like me. I was originally from the Philippines. I grew up there. I am the third child of 6 children. Neither of my parents went to college. And I was lucky enough when I graduated high school to have been offered a college scholarship. But with one caveat, I have to major in accounting. And if you know me, you know that accounting and I don't get along well, okay? To the point that my wife won't even let me touch the checkbook. Don't take me wrong, I'm good in math, I'm just not good with money. After college, I worked for the United States Peace Corps, where I met my wife, my future wife, who happened to be a Peace Corps volunteer in the Philippines at that time. And in 1990, we moved back to the US, married my wife, and started a new life. To make the story short, when I got here, I suddenly found myself without a job and without a real transferable skills, even though I have a 4-year degree and really have worked all my life. Sounds interesting and sounds familiar, right? So anyway, I knew then that I had to do something. I needed a new start. So I looked around Greenwood for some options, and that's where I found Piedmont Technical College. I was actually attracted by the low-cost option that the college offered, and also by their willingness to accept my foreign educational credits. So I looked into the nursing program. After that, the rest is history. When I was a student at Piedmont Technical College, I took advantage of every opportunity, just like the student ambassadors here, that was offered to students. I joined the student government. I applied for scholarships and received lots of them. I joined the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. I joined the Student Nurses Association. And I even joined and participated in the Mr. Piedmont Tech contest. Unbelievable, right? And won. Thank you very much. I received a trophy and $200 cash prize. I know, it doesn't seem much now, but that was a lot of money for me then. It actually paid for my books for the next semester. You could tell I was scraping by, right? At Piedmont Tech, I also had the opportunity to attend a student leadership retreat. And I could tell you that that experience was one of the transformative experiences I've ever had as a student. because not only did I learn leadership skills, I also basically learned how to solidify my relationships with other students and also strengthen my relationship with the faculty and staff. I could also say that that really strengthened my commitment to continue my schooling with Piedmont Tech and finished my degree. For one thing, I felt that I was a part of a big family that was a Piedmont Tech. When I graduated from Piedmont Tech, I immediately worked at South Regional as a staff nurse. After a couple of years, I went back to school and went for my bachelor's degree in nursing from Lander University. It seemed like a natural progression for an ADN graduate from Piedmont Tech to go to Lander University and complete a bachelor's degree. And then after a few years, I went back again to school and finished my master's degree as a nurse practitioner from Clemson University. And when I graduated, I went full-time and worked as a nurse practitioner. After 10 years of no school commitment, I decided again that I'm not done with schooling, okay? I'm not done with school yet. So I went back and, because my interest is in research, I went back to finish my PhD, okay? And in December of last year, I received my PhD in nursing from the Medical University of South Carolina. Since then, I have published 3 of my research work, and I'm currently working on my 4th one. In addition to my full-time work at South Regional, I'm also an adjunct instructor for the DNP program at MUSC, as well as at the Lander University Master's Degree Program. I also serve as a nurse practitioner at the free clinic, at the Clinica Gratis. And part of my job there is to make sure that individuals who are less fortunate than us, individuals with limited resources, are still able to receive the health services and care that they receive. For me, that was my way of giving back to a community that has been very, very good for me all these years. Today, I find myself amazed again speaking in front of you. Who would ever think, right? 20 years ago that I would be speaking in front of these distinguished legislators and individuals. But my story, like I said, is not unique, okay? It happens every day. It's a slightly different experience now because I know I'm surrounded by individuals here who truly cares about how Piedmont Tech can transform lives, because it transformed mine. It actually allowed me to have a solid foundation to build upon, a new career, a new direction, a new hope for the future, and a better life for my family. So one can truly say that Piedmont Technical College opens doors. It opened wide open for me. Wide open that left me with no choice but to walk through them. And I'm glad I did. And I'm really glad I did. Life is good. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you all listening to me today.